Three jungle bans. Jose wants to play Graves. I think Ming wants to play Lilia. Don't think Speak is playing Olaf, no. I guess he could play Skarner too. Maybe he has too much respect for Jose to play Skarner against Graves. I really want to see if Jose can play as nasty Lilia and actually carry fights. I don't know why FlyQuest banned Olaf. That's pretty funny. If anything, they should just ban Skarner. First pick, Rel. I have basically no faith in Diamond to do a good play on Rel, so if he does, I'll be really impressed. So they're probably going to go something like Kaiser Rakan. We'll see. They played Kaiser Rakan against Rel yesterday. Just 1-2ing Skarner. Now, what's Jose going to pick? I think Kaiser Rakan Skarner is pretty strong. Jose's hovering Rakan because he knows they want to pick it, man. Trist Rel. So here I actually think TSM goes Ali. Ali's really good against Trist. If they go Rakan, it's more spicy because they can just die. TSM just gets Kaisa like every game. That's how it feels. They just get Kaisa, they get counterpick support. Kaisa is one of the best AD carries in the game. Maybe just flat out the best. Oh my god, they're gonna play this matchup? Didn't Licorice watch Hootie shit all over Finn yesterday? Maybe he thinks he's so cocky. He thinks he can just play the same draft, the same thing, where he's on that like side of the matchup and he thinks that he can just actually win. It's also really hard to play Nara against Skarner because you just get run the fuck down when you're mini and you just die instantly. FlyQuest bans Ali. That's the best pick that TSM had against that bot lane. I think TSM banning TF makes sense, yeah. It's annoying for Jace to split push against Nara when against TF. He'll just die. It's also pretty strong kill potential bot with Tristrel. So PoE is actually, when Azir is down, default Syndra almost every single time. Champ does seem really strong. Almost no weaknesses whatsoever. Independent. Amazing mid 2v2, good scaling, good team fighter, has everything. I love TSM's draft already because they get everything from yesterday in almost the same situation where they have Kaisa, they have Skarner, which still hasn't really gotten counterpicked. I don't know what he's going to play. Maybe he'll play Graves. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what I think Jose is going to play. Mundo Jungle versus Skarner. Interesting. Okay. FlyQuest has a couple win conditions. Bot lane. Their champs are just stronger at fighting early. Skarner needs time to scale. Rakan is not a good early skirmisher. I think Triss does a bit more damage than Kaisa in and all in. But I think TSM is pretty squishy and pretty unreliable on bot side early. Also, I think Mundo could potentially take over. He got counterpick on jungle, and Jose is a good player, so he might be able to snowball his jungle matchup, if that makes sense. Just getting ahead and taking over the game that way. I don't think Mundo's a great ganker, but I think he's a good farmer, drag taker, and he's a good meatball for his team to play around. TSM has counterpick top. They have way better scaling. Their comp is very good against dive because their AD carry is Kaisa. That's part of the reason why Kaisa is so relevant. Kaisa is really OP because if the enemy team plays dive, you know, they have Trist, Rel, they have Silas, they have Mundo, all these like jumping in / run at you type champions. Kaisa is the best self-peel AD carry in the game. She has the most tools to outplay those sorts of things, and she also has the most tools to just jump in on non-diving champions. Let's just assume it's like mid or late game, and Trist is like sitting back and just hitting the closest target. If she gets hit by any CC at all, if Rakan goes in and hits Trist, Kaisa can just jump in past all the melee champions into the back and one-shot Trist. So that's why that champ is so broken. Overall, I like TSM's comp a lot more. Oh, and yeah, I forgot to talk about the top matchup too. I think obviously yesterday Huni just absolutely shat on Finn's face and made him useless. It was a humongous top gap, so don't think that people are really respecting the Jace counterpick, but maybe Licorice is going to play the matchup totally differently. The way that it looked yesterday though is like Gnar literally can't even breathe. There's just no hope for him in this matchup. Not only is he losing 1v1, but when Skarner hits 6, he can just die at any moment in the side. Anyway, Licorice has been laning pretty poorly. I do want to see Huni's still taking advantage because this matchup has been around for years and years and years, and everyone knows that Jace beats Gnar. It's not really a question. But let's just humor me and say that like maybe you get this false positive from scrims. You have this counter pick, it works in scrims, you go on stage, you play against a better player, and it just like all falls apart. Now obviously I don't think that's the case, since literally every player in the whole fucking world knows that this is a really hard matchup for Gnar. And losing XP there, I like the cheater by Loss. So he's doing a cheater, and Sorda's gonna roam mid. The thing that's not that sucks about doing a cheater in this situation is if this roam doesn't work, right? If Palafox doesn't get pressured by this roam, which he is probably gonna have to flash here. Yep. So yeah, it did work obviously, but the thing that does suck is, wait, what? PoE's 1 HP. Wow, 15 HP. Palafox, absolute Chad, man. Yeah, so the thing that sucks, I was going to say, is they're going to lose bot crab. I kept getting interrupted by some crazy shit happening, and that's exactly what happened. They lost bot crab even though their bot lane was winning. That's just the downside of doing a cheater because your AD carry is running out of base as crab spawns. The upside, obviously, is that even though you're losing the bot crab, you're going to control the lane. So, like, you sack some vision, you sack, like, your jungle pathing a little bit, and you're going to end up quite ahead in your matchup just by pure farm. Spica's showing on his second clear. I don't think that Mundo is really going to be doing anything this game. I'm not sure, but it just feels that way. Like, I think Mundo's just dead even in his jungle matchup, and I don't think Skarner is... Like, Skarner is so happy to be just farming for 6. Look at how fast he's clearing as well. I don't think Mundo's out-clearing him at all. Mundo's ulti is just flat out worse than Skarner's ulti. Skarner's ulti is a death sentence for anybody, and then Mundo's ulti is just like, I'm tanky, guys. I think TSM and C9 actually have similar draft prio when it comes to bot. So they both have this idea that Kai'Sa fits with every support. So just picking Kai'Sa early and counterpicking support is way better than the other way around where you're trying to pick something into Kai'Sa and blinding support. I totally agree, right? Like, I love playing Kai'Sa. I think that champion is fucking insane. Just her kit is so loaded with like good stuff, and there's nothing you need to be afraid of when you pick it. Level 5 Spica, I don't think this is going to do anything. Don't think this is going to do anything. Oh, he's very close to dying, but he's not quite dead, and now PoE's dead. Palafox is a fucking Chad. What the fuck is this guy made of? Wow. I would not have dashed in there, man. Because if that was, dude, Palafox. I like the attempt by Spica. Obviously, he could have gotten one more auto or something off before he dashes past Syndra's Q and kills PoE. I love the confidence. I think Palafox is actually a good player. When I watch him play, he is like unironically good. I think Palafox and Jose are actually strong players that generally performing pretty well. Most people would not have taken that risk, you know. And a lot of people would have taken the risk and then just died to Syndra's Q because they didn't have the reactions for it. All of the little advantages that FlyQuest have gotten have really just been off of mid, right? So you just saw like the early cheater recall bot, and then Sword Art goes mid. He basically just lives with 1 HP, playing it pretty well, and surviving off like the last ignite tick, eating his potion. That blows 2 sums. Damn, everyone mid just goes Verdant Barrier first. It's actually so meta to just always be rushing fucking Verdant Barrier in every matchup, it feels like. There's like no reason not to. Maybe the item is just super overtuned. That's just what it feels like. I feel like this is a game where they just need to pick somebody and they can just kill them, right? Because their instant damage, their immediate like one-shot damage is so high. They just get that chain CC of Skarner Rakan just flashing on somebody and they can kill them. Is he going to TV back to his lane? Probably, yeah. He can get pressured super hard here, actually. He might even get solo dove under his own turret. So Licorice getting pressured by 3. This is mid jungle roaming up. He's going to lose some plates here. What he should do is probably just base and look for his TP bot, right? Hooney's looking to TP bot to cover this play. Licorice is looking to counter TP himself because he can't go back to his lane or he's going to instantly die. He actually just walks back to his lane. What? But there's no farm for him there. He's just going to get pressured again. I don't like what Licorice is doing. I think he should have 100% finished his recall. He's basically wasting his own time here. There's so many things that he could be doing with his time. He could be farming wolves, he could be going through mid, he could be just buying items. So now he actually swaps bot. This is good for FlyQuest. They got the first turret and they're going to defend their top turret from dying. Even though it's one plate, it still probably won't die. And now I think Kai'Sa's going to come up too to match the swap. That would be my guess. FlyQuest just decided we're giving the drag. I'm going to take top turret instead. I actually like this decision. Lost overcommitted for drag, so he is very late to his lane. And they might actually get it here. Hooney could totally TP top. They don't actually get the turret, actually. They just get a little bit of damage. Okay. It would have been nice if FlyQuest got the turret, but they just lost drag for free there, basically. Big gangbang fight bot. Jose's dead. Goodbye. Licorice is... Oh, 2v2. Oh, so close! Did Diamond ignite the wrong person? Wait, what? Range minions actually killed it there. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that Diamond ignited the wrong person. Watch this. He goes in. He ignited Lost. How lucky is he that these little ranged minion auto attacks killed Sword at the very end right here? That's so fucking troll. And that is definitely examples of why going in first does not always net you the kill. I actually absolutely hate that Diamond went QSS. Supports are already so starved of gold, right? So like, this is like super common for people to do. By the way, look at Hooney's gap in this matchup. He's 40 CS ahead and taking his turret. Supports are super starved of gold. Everyone knows that. Spending 1300 gold, getting behind on your locket is good for you. It's good for your individual KDA because you're not going to get Skarner ulted, but it is so bad for your team because you're going to get gapped so hard. This Rakan, he's rushing Moonstone Renewer. He's going to be giving millions of heals and shields to his teammates. At least. I don't even know what I just saw. I don't even know what I just saw. That was so cringe. I could play support better than Diamond, man. He ulted for fun. He QSS nothing. Anyways, the point is that I'm not a big fan of getting QSS before your first core item. Now, I do think that obviously getting a QSS at some point can be good. It's just situational, but getting it so early and putting yourself 1300 gold down on your first core item is really, really bad. Is good for you and bad for everyone else. Oh, Licorice face checks and dies. Yep, dead, dead, dead. And look at the ridiculous top gap here. I mean, how sad would you be if you're playing Gnar in this matchup? You're down 60 CS. You buy a QSS against Jace. That feels horrible, doesn't it? Like, just having this worthless item that gives MR against Jace while he's just owning your turret nonstop. Oh, Jose is probably dead. Maybe a trade kill? 1 for 1 and getting 2 flashes is actually not bad. I think Jose is happy about that, honestly. Oh, PoE has no flash. This is a great play by Palafox to just dive. Palafox, this game, has only made good plays. Do you guys think that anyone is ever going to blind pick Gnar against TSM with Jace up ever again? Because I don't. How stupid do you have to be to watch yesterday's game and this game, see what Hooney did to your top laner, and then willingly go into this matchup again? Because Gnar doesn't even outscale Jace. Jace is actually a pretty strong scaling champion as well. Maybe FAKER will carry this game. Maybe. Lord Dom's second. I know I was ahead of the curve. Loss is actually just stealing my technology. I actually messaged him about it. I don't know if it had really much effect. But I told Loss that I think he should try just doing Lord Dom's like every single game. The item is so broken. Oh my god. Diamond would have died there if Hooney's EQ hit and then they just used Cinder ulti to finish it. That one kill could have snowballed super hard for TSM. I think Jose is fucking useless, man. He is not tanky, he does not have any CC, and he is just useless. Doesn't do damage. Goodbye. Goodbye. Loss is gonna flash on him. Oh, sick root by FAKER. He, by all means, should have lost and died there. I heavily favor TSM in the slow game this game. I think Kai'Sa outscales Triss. Skarner outscales Mundo. Top's probably pretty even. Don't think Gnar is especially great scaling. Neither is Jace. Mid is a toss-up. Rakan is honestly one of the kings of scaling as well. Licorice gets 0 help because his matchup has no kill potential. There's no world where they're going to kill the Jace by running at him. So he just loses because he just wanted to play this matchup for some reason. It feels like he just wanted to. He wanted to see, like, am I going to get punished? And the answer is, yeah, he's probably dead right here. Oh, never mind. Rakan's walking through a ward, so he's fine. Rakan's down here, but they're not going to make anything happen on top side just because they have a numbers advantage. So they actually just lose tier 2 like this. It's really sad. And the other thing is if they send somebody to come help Licorice, they lose anyways. That's how one-sided it is. And that's why having a strong matchup is so important. It's like, if the enemy team sends help, the most they can do is go even. They're not actually going to win, right? Like, even if, let's say, Diamond matches his counterpart, if support matches support on bot, they lose so hard that it's not enough. They need to send more than one person. Just having this, like, permanently winning situation is, like, fucking FlyQuest so hard. Licorice is just getting gapped so often. It's, like, weird to see, because he used to be really good. He used to know his matchups really well, too. So they're Desperation, starting Baron. They have a Palafox, Skarner ulti, Johnson ulti to get Spica out. I think the 50-50 is honestly the best that they can ever ask for. I actually like that FlyQuest is doing this because they're so fucked here. I mean, just YOLO it, guys. Nice. I love it. I love that happened, man. Good job. Palafox dies. That's so worth it. That's so worth it. The situation before this was so fucked. There was no hope for FlyQuest at all. I can respect whoever made that call, knows the game state was so doomed that they needed to do that. Now they have Baron. They should give this drag, in my opinion, and try to stabilize a bit, or they can just go YOLO fight. Triss does have IE now. I think it's at least playable. But the thing is that Licorice is so useless. It's really hard for Gnar to do anything, right? First off, Gnar is not going to hit anything on anyone important because Kai'Sa's never going to die. Too slippery. And PoE has stopwatch and flash, so too many defensive options for TSM. I guess miracles can happen though. Never counted out. Unbelievable what's happening here. TSM losing Dragon while not even doing anything. Okay, they are doing something on the other side. Palafox is dead. He has no flash. Palafox is dead. Palafox is dead. Tell me he's dead, guys. Unbelievable. PoE flashes and doesn't kill him. This guy is a fucking live lord. Dude, if FlyQuest wins this game, it's because Palafox literally did everything to carry them early. And on the Baron, where he flashed over, sacrificed his life for the Baron, and right here, 2 flashes for him with no flash, and they don't kill him. Ridiculous. Palafox is actually just smurfing so fucking hard. Zhonya's bait? PoE ults nothing. That's gonna be... Oh! Dude. Unbelievable. Dude, don't look at Johnson. Look what Palafox is doing. Zhonya's the stun. Johnson literally just has to go on 3 champions with no sums and no abilities up at all because Palafox baited it all. This guy is actually playing unreal right now. He's just doing everything. If you look at the scores of this game, you would think that Johnson was the one carrying. And like, obviously, he is doing a shit ton of damage, right? But the situations that he's in, where he's like killing everyone, is all set up by Palafox. I mean, still though, the game's on a knife's edge. Okay, first off, in my opinion, guys, I don't think TSM should have given up the last 2 drags. They're in such a ridiculously winning state, and like, there's this idea that when you have a winning split push, just keep playing to that winning split push, and you don't need to care about the objective. And I agree to that to an extent, right? I totally agree with that. I do think that Jace is still more useful than Gnar in a fight. Maybe at this point it's debatable, but there was a time earlier in the game where Jace is just 3 times the champion that Gnar is, and Jace is not a bad ARAM champion, okay? Like, you kind of have to get that out of your mind that like, just because you're winning the split push, you are like not as good in this other way. Because Jace is good in a face-to-face standoff. He's like notoriously good in ARAM, and he's actually really strong when he can just push and move. In fact, earlier in the game, the reason why they got mid-turret to begin with is because Jace just went mid and grouped. So what he could have done is sacrifice like 10 CS. He was already winning so hard, and he could have been there for the drags, and I think TSM could be on Soul right now. But instead, they're just really playing super heavy to him. Look at that EQ damage that he just did. 2 of the frontline champions just took 40% of HP. Okay, I like what FlyQuest is doing here, where they're running with their super all the way down mid. It's actually going to pressure TSM to reset. FlyQuest preemptively peels off the mid because they're thinking 1 step ahead here. The enemy team is going to reset, then we're going to peel off. We're going to let them reset, and we're going to go side. Or they're just going to reset, I guess, too. That's weird, but okay. I would have maybe liked to see them take some control, because if you look at TSM's vision here, they have perfect vision on Baron. It was like kind of a good decision. I could follow their decision making up until that point where they just decided to reset instead of take all of TSM's wards away. So this drag is FlyQuest's soul point. Gnar is going to be exhausted for it, which is pretty troll. Isn't Gnar going to be unable to transform? I think Kai'Sa can kill someone in 2 seconds flat. Nice. Palafox got Rakan's ult. So, I mean, what Spica can do is literally just ult anybody with that QSS, which the targets are not ideal. Let's see if Jose steals. He got the soul. Diamond actually choked his stun. Is Palafox going to kill Lost here? Is Palafox going to kill Lost here? Holy shit. That was so sad. It could be an end. PoE's dead? No. Spica's dead. Nope. Palafox just Skarner ulted fucking PoE. Holy moly. That was disturbing. That was a tremendous mid differential, as they say. I mean, I don't even think TSM played that bad. I think they're playing fine. They just got totally smurfed on. I just have to point out that at this point in the game, TSM has literally every opportunity to win a fight. Huni is 2.5 items to Liquorish's 1.5, but Liquorish's half item is basically a QSS. I think they should have really just focused up on getting Soul. Instead of doing that, TSM basically went for, right, they went for Baron, they went for this top pick, they did a bunch of weird things, and they ended up, I don't know why it's so laggy actually with the stream, but like basically, point is that they had every option to just win through drag, and they just didn't want to do it. They went for the riskier play didn't pay off, the enemy team ends up getting Soul and winning the game. I want to watch this again, but it just feels like TSM wasn't ready to fight. They ended up getting stolen, and it's like they got caught with their dick out. Let's see. Really nice engage by Diamond. He actually messes up the stun here. Watch this. That stun hits nothing. So I thought it was gonna be all good. At this point, in this exact like picture moment right here that I'm seeing, I think that Johnson is in super big trouble because Lost and Huni are both able to hit him. Sorda's able to hit him with everything, with Flash, Ignite, everything, removing his. My God, they're just kind of focusing the wrong targets, in my opinion. Right? Like, I think that TSM could have played this fight so much better. This guy has no CDs. Gnar has absolutely nothing. He's a mini Gnar, and it's just a Mundo. The Mundo does basically no damage and is not CCing anybody. So, in my mind, they should just triple turn on Johnson. He has no flash. He will die instantly. Instead, what happens is Huni misses the EQ, and then Lost ults out. I don't know if that's the right play, because they ended up getting wiped here, because Johnson's just free hitting everybody, and that really sucks. Yeah, I think they had that one opportunity where FlyQuest kind of missed everything on the engage. They didn't miss everything. They just missed the stun on Rel, which is fine. But like I think that split second decision where they could have just turned on the AD carry with no sums, that was like a big moment for them that they missed. They could have won that fight if they just killed Johnson and then they clean up the tanks afterwards. They're not going to do any damage without the damage dealers. So.